We woke up on the Vacas Trail and headed north to finish exploring the parts of the Anastasia Trail that we had not seen yet. Once we did that, we turned around and headed to the Rio de las Vacas, where we hung out for a few hours as we did trail laundry, filtered water, and just enjoyed the sun as our gear dried out. Then we headed back to the parking lot on the Palomas Trail to meet up with some friends of ours that were set to arrive that afternoon. Once there, everybody gave their bags a last-minute check with thunder and lightning on the horizon, and wouldn't you know it, it opened up on us bad and we had to take shelter under some trees. Once the rain abated, we headed up the Perchas Trail, our feet getting soaked from the soggy meadows, but it was totally worth it for the near-magical sight of mist rising from the forest floor. And we kept going along the Perchas Trail until we opened up in a meadow near the Vega Redonda, where we set up camp for the night. Here's the footage from day 3. Enjoy. Good morning. Day 3.
All right, we just broke camp on day 3 and it's a little before 9 a.m. We're on the Las Vacas Trail and we're gonna head up to the junction with Palomas Trail. We're gonna explore around a little, probably refill our waters, do a little trail laundry, and then head back to the Palomas Trailhead to meet my friends that are coming. Let's go.
That was not a good idea. What happened?
All right, we just came up from a trail that connects from the junction of Vacas Trail and Palomas Trail. And this is where we were yesterday. We came from this direction. And this is where we jumped on the Upper Clear Creek Trail, which is out there. That's a fun trail if you're looking for some adventure and bushwhacking. I'm just telling you now, fair warning. It is not well maintained. Don't expect to go fast, but it was fun. We did find our way. Now we're gonna head back to the junction of the Palomas Trail. There's some water there. We're gonna refill, do some trail laundry, and head back to the trailhead to meet my buddies that are gonna be here in a few hours. Now I mentioned in my other video for yesterday, a lot of times when the trail disappears, they mark it with wooden posts. So there's one in the distance here that I can see. I also know it's there because we just came from there. There has been the occasional rock cairn, but mostly it's wooden posts marking trails. They've been real helpful in some of these places. But thank goodness for GPS. And I would just say to people, you know, don't rely on the GPS alone. We printed out a map, we studied it, we're staying on the trails as best we can, not wandering too far, but when the trail disappears, if we do have to wander around looking for it, we don't go too far from our last known point. That way we can always backtrack and get out and not be lost. The GPS signal here has been wandering pretty bad, so while it's been reliable 90% of the time, occasionally it has not been. So it's just good to be comfortable working without the GPS. And the way you do that with maps and compass. I don't do any real orienteering, so Well, I can triangulate with a compass when everything looks the same. I don't know how to do it. So that's why I stick to the trails. Study the maps. Constantly double check the maps. Make sure what I see when I see a trail sign matches what I see on the map. And if you're ever in a spot where you're not sure which way to go, I could always turn around and backtrack and find my way out. Looks like they blazed some of the trees. That's only the second one I've seen though in 3 days of hiking. We're making good time. We got a few hours to kill before my friends get here, so we got our sleeping bags and rain flies, tarps drying in the sun. They're a little wet from all the condensation. And my son is working the laundry bag. And somewhere out there is our water source. I'm gonna go fill up the bag and we can refill our waters. All right, we're done with all our trail chores. Heading back to the trailhead now. It's about 4 miles to get there. My friends are supposed to be there about 2.5 hours, so we should get there about half an hour early. The pace we walk gives us enough time to restock our food and hopefully chill a few minutes before they get there. So we came from the Vega Trail earlier today. Now we're taking Palomas Trail right back to that trailhead. Alright, we're at the trailhead, met up with my buddies. Now we're gonna go right back up that climb. Woohoo! Once again, we find ourselves hiking uphill. The thunder crackles overhead. Fun times. About a third of the way to camp, but we're gonna wait for this to blow over. All right, went from rain to hail. And rain again. Well, the weather calmed down, so we are pushing forward. You can hear the thunder, but now it's moving away from us. The worst of the storm passed right overhead. You can see the mist in the distance. Cows in the mist. Well, we put in about 15 miles today. Got thundered on, hailed on, walked through boggy meadows. The group's setting up camp over there. Can't wait. These tired feet are ready for bed. Setting up camp. We're gonna have some dinner. Look at that view we're gonna have in the morning. Oh yeah. Another day in the books. See you in the next one.